This podcast was edited and uploaded by Uncle Geeb Productions. Hey guys, welcome to the Drip and Geeb Podcast. I'm your host, Uncle Geeb, and with me is host Drip Media Gaming. We record this podcast live every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can listen to this podcast on Apple, Spotify, Google, or anywhere you can find a podcast. You can also watch this podcast over on Spotify or youtube.com/DripGeeb. You can check out Drip or me, Uncle Geeb, over on the interwebs. We post stuff to Twitch and YouTube. Go ahead and search our socials. See you there. Drip, how you doing, man?
I am doing very, very well.
Yes.
I'm doing very well.
Are you doing well?
I'm doing extremely well. I'm honestly, dude, I'm doing really well. How are you? How are you doing?
Dude, I'm great. I'm so great.
How are you feeling about all your new equipment?
My new equipment, there's so much new equipment. It is wild. I'm looking at, I've always had two monitors, right? But one was just dedicated to Switch gameplay and it was off any other time. Now I'm looking at two functional PC monitors. I'm looking at an entire mid-tower desktop PC that is freaking gorgeous, by the way. And
dude, the picture you sent me, I was like, ooh.
And that was a bad picture. Those are all bad. I sent this pictures to it.
Yeah, even the bad picture, yes. I was like, I get it though. I see what that is. I understand what it is. Like, you know what my PC looks like.
Yeah,
it's
it
a
looks
pile
like
of shit. It just looks like a jumbled together, like whatever, because that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
The guy I bought it from does YouTube, literally did like the best shit build he could make. And he sold it to me for $300. So like, yeah, man, I'm in. So that worked. But yeah, your stuff looks great, man. I could honestly tell on stream the other night when we were heading back from the trip, your mic sounds better on stream.
So that night you were saying it sounds better. I've not heard what it sounded to that point. I had not heard what it sounded like yet to the stream audience. My headphones always sound the same. I get, but as far as what the stream hears, I didn't get to hear that until after the stream was over. I checked it out. Guess what? It sounded like shit. And I think
it sounded great.
You know why? Because I think it's funny. Because when you send me your raw clips, you're always hot as hell. Excuse me. You're hot as hell. My mic gain was hot as hell. Like the old PC, I had to turn my gain up a lot. I don't know why, but the gain was really high to get it to where I wanted to be.
You backed it off.
I had to back off the gain because it was like it was in my. I'm like, that wasn't pleasant. I'm also a nerd who cares about that stuff. Most people probably thought it sounded great, kind of like you. You're most people. You're not special.
Yeah, I'm not audio guy. I'm not audio guy.
It didn't sound horrible. Like it's not like you were hearing awful audio and saying that's great. It wasn't like that.
Also, we were in a rental car, so not any speakers that I'm used to hearing ever.
Right.
So completely different speakers, completely different. So it was different there too. And I thought maybe after I said that, I was like, maybe it's just these speakers, but it was definitely different.
It was definitely different. It was too hot. It was also way too bassy. I played with the bass too much, so I did reduce the bass. But it should sound right now. It should sound identical to what you guys used to hear, because I like that's how you were hearing that on purpose because I enjoyed the way that sounded. So hopefully this is the same way.
It's the same but better.
Sure. Sure.
What's
better?
Same but better.
Can we just talk about real fast for those of you on Spotify or YouTube watching this right now? Did you enjoy that? I honestly want to know your feedback or what you just saw. Also, obviously patrons got a shout out there. All you patrons, in our little video intro we just did, changing stuff up. We told you, get ready for season 2. We're changing stuff slowly but surely. It's happening. We're starting. This is season 2. We're doing stuff. So hopefully hopefully you guys enjoyed that little intro.
Thing 1 happened.
Yes.
Prepare for thing 2. Tell about thing 2, Geeb.
No.
It's not. There isn't one.
I mean, there kind of is.
No, it's coming.
There kind of is.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I guess there is. But that's a whole different thing.
But there's something that revolves our podcast. New logo. Did you hear me? Did you get that?
No.
Okay.
That's all right. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe you can just text it to me or something. I don't know. But so you got your PC going this week. I was gone last weekend. I left. We talked about this last week, right? That I was going on a trip.
Question: did you go to Shady Maple?
What's that?
Excuse me?
What is it?
How drunk were you?
When I talked to you, meh.
It was early in the morning.
Okay, well, we went a couple different places.
Okay.
What was the name of the place we went to eat?
That's not important.
Yeah,
I guess
I
it's
don't
kind of
remember.
important. Where'd you go to eat? Actually, that's rude. Where did you go to eat?
I don't know. I don't remember the name of it, but it was like a
What?
buffet thing.
Yeah.
And
What are we talking about? Let's just.
at some,
I kind of messed it up. What are we talking about? Where
oh
were you?
yeah, okay. So I went on the trip to uh, Amish country, and I did.
Oh.
It seemed like everybody knew that it was Amish country except me and Xbox girl. Just, as soon as I told you, you were like, "Oh, going to Amish country." I was like, "Am I?"
Yeah, you are.
Okay,
That's-
okay.
That's where you're going.
No, it was definitely Amish country. And what's crazy is on the way there, I realized that I had been there already because back in the day, back in the Castle Grayskull days, we played a show. We played a show there.
Oh, very
Now,
cool.
what's funny about this is the way I remember that is as we were coming in, I saw these streets and I started remembering. I'm like, oh my God, I've been here. I was driving a 15 passenger van with a trailer on the back in a blizzard right down this road right here. And there were freaking horse and buggies right beside me. We're passing horse and buggies, like just Amish people, guys with like, snowy beards because it was snowing so damn hard.
Yeah.
It was like a quick flashback. It took me back. So we get there, and for some reason, I don't know. We saw the place on Airbnb. It was cool. It was awesome. For some reason, in my head, I'm thinking like, oh, it's Amish country. It's not going to be like what I thought it was going to be, but it was exactly what I thought it was going to be. It was a nice city, downtown area. We left the Airbnb when we got there. Xbox Go bought some earrings, some dinosaur earrings, and some cheese earrings at this little shop.
Very nice.
We did that. Then the whole reason we went there, this is actually hilarious because we told the people at the brewery that they were the whole reason that we were there. And they were like, really? Yeah. Like we came to see you guys. Here we are. We went there. And I actually, once we get into it, I actually have my beer of the week from that brewery. I brought 2 cans back. I did have to have one of them because it's so good. But I have one for the beer of the week.
Cool.
They had all kinds of cool stuff there. They had an arcade upstairs. It was fun. What else did we do? We got, what's the pie you said to get? Shoe fly
pie.
Yes, we did get one of those.
What'd you think?
Pretty damn good. I'm not gonna lie.
So it's a little weird, right? It's a little weird.
Okay, so here's the thing that was weird about it at first. Okay, so we went to it was right by the place we ate. We saw a sign for like a little bakery thing or whatever. It was like just a
side of the road situation.
Amish, like an Amish store.
That's where you
right
go,
there.
man. That's where to go.
That's exactly. Yeah, that's where we went. So we looked around there. Just walked around, messed with some stuff. Did our ADHD thing that we do. Just circles around. Talking.
Is Xbox Girl also ADHD?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's great. You guys are great. It's so great.
Yes, it's a match made in heaven.
It's like 2 flies on a wall.
It is exactly what it's like.
That's hilarious.
It's exactly what it's like. So we did all that. We were walking around there, like right when we went in, and the guy behind the counter was like, "Here, try this." And he had a little plate with 2 little pieces of the shoe fly pie, and then a little dab of like whipped cream or Cool Whip.
Okay.
I don't know what it was.
Sure.
But
yeah.
So I tried that, and I took a little bite, and I was like, "Yeah, it's all right. It's all right." It was kind of like warm. I don't know.
Yes. Yeah. It's like room temperature warm.
Yeah, but now here's the thing. So we bought a whole one. We didn't touch it while we were there. We were, out doing stuff both nights. Like, just we were doing stuff, and then we took it back. I went over to her house. When was it? Tuesday. It was Tuesday, and we ate some then, but it was kind of cold. And dude, it was fantastic.
It congeals a little bit.
Absolutely Oh man, it was fantastic. I don't know what the deal is on top with like the thick powdered sugar and the cinnamon or whatever. Man, and I don't know what the inside stuff is made of, but
it's molasses.
Just
straight up molasses. What else? Parallax might know in the chat.
Well,
or anybody else for that matter, if you know. I know for sure molasses is like that key ingredient. It's super, molasses. It's viscous and sugary and sticks to your teeth, but in a good way.
Geeb, the pie kicked molasses. Get it? You get the joke?
I do. I don't think it's funny.
Damn. All
Sorry.
right, that's fine. Come on, man. That was a good one.
Nah.
All right, it wasn't that great.
She said you went to a smorgasbord. Xbox Girl said you went to a smorgasbord in the
Yes,
chat.
that's it. That's it.
Wait,
that's what it was
a
called.
smorgasbord is just it's simply just like a buffet.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah.
She said that was your recommendation.
Did you go to Shady Maple?
I don't know where we were at.
Xbox Girl, did you drive to Shady? Was it
drove
like
somewhere.
warehouse
Yeah, we had to
sized?
go.
Was it like warehouse sized up a hill?
Yeah, it was big.
Slightly up a hill?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It was big, dude. I don't know.
You probably went to Shady Maple, and please confirm if you know Xbox Girl. Because I did you enjoy yourself regardless? We went to an Amish smorgasbord. So what are your thoughts regardless?
It was a buffet. It was fine. It wasn't bad. Lots of desserts. We tried lots of desserts.
Yeah, I don't want to sit here and say it's the best thing I've ever had, but like it's
it was good though.
It was like
fine.
A special treat for so for my family. We grew up about 2.5 hours from there, maybe a little less. I'm not sure. Probably 2 hours. But it was like a treat.
Yeah,
like,
we were like an hour from Philly or something like that.
Yeah, you have to. Maybe it was less. Maybe it's like an hour. I don't know. But the point is like we used to go there as like a treat. Our family, like, hey, look, we're going to Shady Maple, but we had to like, get up so early in the morning because was it packed when you were there? Because it's usually crazy packed. Now it's pandemic times. It's pandemic times now, so it's different.
Yeah, we got straight in, and they were like separating people sort of a little bit. I mean, kind of. But
but usually it's just absolutely jam packed in there. You have to wait to get in, and then once you get in, it's just you have to wait in lines to get your food. But it's all the wait is worth it because Jesus, it's so good. It's homemade. It's a buffet. For those who don't know what a smorgasbord is, it's a buffet. But like this is a local homemade, basically homemade. I mean mommies and whatever grandmas making food. For a smorgasbord, it's for a buffet line. It's amazing.
It was good. I mean, it was good.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Man, the brewery though, we tried to. She got something there. What was it? It was like a pulled pork sandwich. I don't know. It was.
No.
That place had awesome beers. They made awesome beers.
No food.
No,
not the food.
No, man. No, wasn't feeling it at all. Wasn't feeling it at all. It was I think we both took about 2 bites of it and we're like, I think we're fine. I think we're fine on that. What else did we get? We came back with some other stuff, I think. I got a giant cup. From the brewery. All from the brewery. What is going on? Uh-oh.
It did the thing.
The camera's gone.
It did the thing that I was afraid of. Backup camera.
Backup camera.
Yeah, you keep talking. You keep talking.
So I mean, that was pretty much the trip. We had a great time. It was fantastic. We are we're gonna do another trip like that. Probably not to Amish country. We're gonna go somewhere else. It's fun. It's nice to get away for a little bit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
For
and
sure.
Get back and it was snowing like crazy when we got back.
Oh yeah, was it snowing a lot?
Oh my, yeah. Coming from 68 down the big hill, down the mountain. Oh yeah, man. Like right when we got to here, it was just like shit. Like it was fine the whole time. Then we get here and it's like, oh no. But yeah, I mean, it was a great time. It was fun. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that happened there.
You keep talking.
That was cool. I'm pretty sure that was about it. I'd say of the food stuff, the shoe fly pie was definitely the highlight. It was definitely the highlight.
Yeah, man. Shoe fly pie. I wish I could say that word properly.
Shoe fly pie.
Maybe one day I'll actually say that word properly. But shoe fly pie. Shoe fly pie is the best thing I've ever had in my life. Just kidding. That's called stalling, everybody. Technical issues with this new setup and everything. I knew it's more user error than anything. It was my fault why this isn't working just right. Ooh, that's nasty looking. I got it. Hold on. I got you. Fam.
You're a little blue. Oh, that's good. Little blue. Just up a little bit.
It's way too.
There you go.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Oh, whoa. You're good. That's fine.
Sorry, audio listeners.
This is for audio anyway. It's fine. It's totally fine. Anyway, so yeah, that was. I didn't really do anything the rest of the week. I streamed some Halo. That was fun. Had a long conversation after Halo with our friend Julian, which is the main thing we're going to talk about tonight, and that's why I said I'm leaving. I'm not actually leaving.
You're not leaving.
I'm not going to actually leave, but the basic bullshit content that I've been making lately is going to be leaving.
Okay, so you gotta deep dive this because I've been telling you for a while.
We're gonna get into it.
Okay.
But just so we can cover it early and make sure everybody knows why I did the the clickbait go live. That's why. That's exactly why. You're fine. Leave it right there. You're good.
Okay. Yes, sir.
But I feel like this is probably a great time to go ahead and jump into the beer of the week.
Yes, sir. The beer of the week this week, for me, not too interesting, but it's a good one. It's a good one for me. It's not something I've showed in a while. If not, I don't know if I ever showed this exact beer on the podcast. But so we should go with mine first, or we can start off real fast with the listener beer of the week.
Yes, let's do a listener. How many do we have this week?
Too many listeners.
All right. Let's do one. Then you can do yours.
Yeah,
and we'll just keep it rolling back and forth.
No particular order and no description, but no description needed is Tyson, aka Bomb TV, over on Twitch and YouTube.
NOS energy drink.
A NOS energy drink. That's what he was drinking. He was at work. He was working, and he sent us a picture of his energy drink.
Let me ask you this: have you ever had one of those?
No, I refuse. I used to drink like 3 Monsters before like 11 a.m. For what I used to.
Wow,
at the time I thought it was really, really early. Nowadays I get up that early anyway, but I used to get up really early, and I couldn't handle being up that early, so I would chug Monsters all morning, and never gonna do that again. The only caffeine I ever drink these days is from like soda or something. I never purposely have caffeine ever. No coffee, tea, rarely, but yeah. So
okay, well, as far as energy drink flavors go, that's a pretty good one because I've pretty much abandoned the Monsters and the Red Bulls.
Yeah,
and I mean I'm on Bang now because it doesn't have sugar and it's got 300 milligrams of caffeine instead of 150 like the regular energy drinks.
Yeah,
which take it or leave it is what it is. Sorry,
yeah.
But for a regular energy drink, I don't think the flavor that's that bad. It's kind of it's kind of like orangey, like orange flavored sort of.
Okay,
not bad.
It's got a little orange on the can, or a little orange wording on the can. The NOS is white, and then the blue can.
Yeah, because it's supposed to look like a can of nitrous for a vehicle.
Yeah, we spent some time on it. We're good. NOS energy drink.
All right, let's see
more
yours.
Submissions. Oh, let's see.
Are we going more?
No, I like the way you think.
Yeah, let's do yours.
Mine, hopefully the autofocus is currently functioning. Mine is the Anti-Hero, which I've been talking about recently. You may or may not have heard me talking about it recently because I was drinking the Anti-Hero version of Anti-Hero. Remember the cans were different characters that they kind of made up? Do you remember that from the other week? This is not a special character. This is just straight up the Anti-Hero. So let me go ahead and show that right here. On the can, it's a white and green. By the way, it's Revolution Brewing. It's green.
The can is sweet.
Yeah, man. Look at this can. It's got like a general looking guy with like a hop as a head.
I was gonna say, yeah. He's just made of hops.
He is the Anti-Hero. It has 6.7 alcohol, so it's no joke. It is a delicious little beer that's happening in my mouth. It's very, very hoppy. So if you like hops, get yourself an Anti-Hero. Local Chicago brewing, if I haven't mentioned that. Local to where I'm at.
Okay, yeah.
It's so good, man. Little green guy.
I always like getting
here.
the local stuff, man. Love getting the local stuff.
Yeah, it's because come on, like why not? Especially if you're moving around in your life, try your local beers while you're a local in the place.
I
Anti-Hero.
love it. It's one of my favorite things to do.
Very, very bitter. I mean, it's the hops, right? It's a lot of hops, but it's super bitter. It's amazing with a burger. Let me tell you, it cuts that fat so nicely off the burger in a delicious way. Cleanses your mouth of all the fat and grease in a great way. Leaves you with a nice bitter tongue.
Okay.
And that makes you want to go grab some salty beer or salty burger. I mean, it's the perfect beer for burgers, in my opinion. I will on tap for sure. I will always get this.
It's very, very. It's a very good one. It's a very, very good one.
Yeah. If you don't like hops, don't even get anywhere near this thing.
I'm gonna tell you right now, probably not the best for me, but the label alone will make me want to. That would make me want to try it.
Yes.
the label alone. The artwork's fantastic.
Yes.
I really like it.
Yeah.
You want to get another listener out of the way?
Yeah, let's get another listener out of the way. Heading back. And by the way, twitter.com/dripgeeb. You can just search the Drip and Geeb Podcast on Twitter. It's how you submit your beer of the week every week. And we can do multiple, as you're saying, we can do multiple submissions of the beers. So now here we go. Parallax Puddles coming in clutch again, as he always does every week. Thank you, Parallax Puddles. And he leaves a nice description, which I'm going to read for you now. As if walking through a Salvador Dali painting, this what? I don't proofread these. I just read. Berliner. What is that? That's a style of beer.
Roll with it. Let's roll.
I don't know. The
Go.
Berliner. I was hoping you knew. The Berliner style Weiss packs a 7.0 punch, square in your taste buds. Drinking this makes me feel like a kid again. Sitting. That's weird. You drinking beer as a kid? Actually, you weren't. I was there. Makes me feel like a kid again. Sitting for hours, painting paintbrush and watercolor paints in hand slipping. I've read this. I've butchered this, so I'm gonna start over. Let's just forget that ever happened, guys. Let's read again.
Wow. The full-on start over. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
we're doing it. As if walking through a Salvador Dali painting, this Berliner-style Weiss packs a 7.0% punch square in your taste buds. That is alcohol percentage. Drinking this makes me feel like a kid again, sitting for hours, paintbrush and watercolor paints in hands, sipping on a smoothie made from garden fruit. So it's a raspberry, blackberry, mango, peach, Berliner-style Weiss, and it's called Watercolors. $7.50.
It looks cool.
$7.50 for one can.
Yeah.
Just want to cover it. It's a Berling. Maybe that's the company. That name that he put there. Berliner. It might be the company.
I don't know. Either way,
I don't know.
Sounds. I mean, you know me.
The can looks like an ad for Light Bright. If that helps anybody at home visualize this can. It's got like colors all over. Yeah. It looks like a watercolor. Like when I think of like a 90s commercial for like a kid's art toy, this is what the can looks like to me. Especially the wording. Like, it's very 90s
controlled. It's very controlled tie dye.
Maybe 2000s. The lettering of watercolor.
Oh yes, very early 2000s. Yeah. Okay, that's good. I mean, that's a good one. It's definitely a good
wonderful.
one.
Thank you so much for your submission and your description. I appreciate it.
Yes. He always kills it with the descriptions. I'll give you that. If you could read them better, we'd be in business.
I read it. The second time was great.
Yeah. Okay. The second time was a lot better. All
yes.
right. You want me to do mine?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Bring us back up to
I got
full
you.
cam here. Okay. So this is from the Springhouse Brewing Company where I went this past weekend. This one is called Commander. Oh, wrong camera. This one. Commander Salamander.
That's what a name.
Yes. So it is a sour. Obviously, you know I go with the sours. It is a kumquat lime cucumber sour.
Kumquat. That's a vegetable, right?
I don't know what the fuck it is, to tell you the truth, man. I don't know.
I don't know. I think a kumquat's a vegetable, if I remember right from my child stories.
Let's get a drink of this because I already know.
Yeah, man.
This is honestly one of the most interesting beers. One of the most interesting sours I've ever tasted, okay? And for a specific reason. Usually with sours, when you take a drink of a sour, you're either getting that sour part at the end, usually at the end. You know what I mean? It sits on your tongue.
For sure.
Or you get it right in the beginning and it just stays.
Yes.
And it's just the sour.
Yep.
So with this, let me take a drink to refresh myself on the actual. It's a very weird order of things. Okay.
All right.
So it's crazy. It comes in, not really a sour, but you get that lime flavor, right? You're starting to get like the, when you peel, or not even peel a lime, when you zest a lemon or zest a lime.
Yes.
You kind of get that peel smell. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Okay. That's what it tastes like at first. Okay. Then in the middle comes the sour. It's just like a regular sour beer flavor.
All right.
But then that completely goes away and it just finishes like cucumber water.
I like cucumber water.
I do too. I love it. When you go to a fancy hotel and they've got the cucumber water in the lobby.
Cucumber.
So like imagine that, but it'll get you drunk. I mean, it's It's fantastic. It's one of the most complex sour flavors I've ever had. Just I don't know how they get it to go. Like the sour goes away, then it's got that.
Interesting, man.
I mean, the cucumber flavor at the end it's refreshing because it's like cucumber water.
Yeah.
Alcohol content's kind of low on this one. It is a 4.5, which I can definitely tell because it's very light. There's nothing bad here. There's nothing bad at all here. It's all
Very
this
good.
this is a summer day on the beach right here. Just all the way. It's fantastic.
Delicious.
Mm.
That sounds like an awesome beer. One more
really
plug.
is.
One more plug. What is it?
It is Commander Salamander.
Commander
From
Salamander.
the Springhouse Brewing Company in Lancaster, PA.
Lancaster, baby. Delicious. We have one more. You want to do two or one more beer of the weeks?
Do one more. Well, we got Monday. We'll save some for Monday.
We're gonna save one for Monday.
Yeah.
Beer of the week. One more time, coming back to you to Parallax Land. Thank you, Parallax, again for your submission.
He always comes in clutch. Man.
Always comes in clutch. And awesome beers.
Give him two.
Awesome beers. This
exactly.
So here we go. This beer, I don't know if the name is not clear on the. Let's just go and dissect the can real fast. The name's not clear.
The can is wild.
Yeah, it's like what you describe it? You're better at words.
It looks like the movie Coco.
Yes, it does. It's got four little people in capes with holding candles.
Just simple cartoon versions of the movie Coco is what it looks like. It's exactly what it looks like.
It's like this little like dog dragon with the tongue hanging out at the bottom, the horn.
Yeah,
it's a black and silver and red and gold color scheme.
It's very Halloweeny.
Yes. All right, so let's read this description. This vanilla stout aged in a bourbon barrel is evil, as dark as Batman Beyond. This is 100% napalm blast to the taste buds. You can taste the bourbon barrel, unlike other stouts that claim it.
Man.
This one has actual bourbon smoke flavor and finishes with vanilla beautifully. Wow. You should do this for a living. Hey, yeah, Parallax. You're going to hire you. Once we make enough money to hire people, we're going to hire you.
Yeah, you just write everything. Yeah.
Write everything. You and Hari, him and Hari would be making amazing writing team.
Yes. Dude. Put him on the team. Start writing, and we don't even have to speak anymore. We just read.
Exactly, dude.
We don't do anything. Dude. We're just talking heads.
Parallax, I wish we could taste this thing. Holy crap! What a description. I mean, I don't even like that. I don't think I like it, but I want to drink it. That's how good a description that was.
Dark as Batman Beyond.
I hate dark beers with a passion.
I know, but I don't know. I'm into that.
Actually, one more time. Let's go ahead and take a look at that can one more time on our way out.
The can is ridiculously cool.
Dude, what a job. Oh, that was $9 too. I love he keeps
I saw.
Now he's keeping the prices on because we called him out.
Yeah, dude. He's
for one can, $9. Unreal.
He's flexing.
He's flexing. He's beer flexing. Awesome. The man used to drink like 13 Yinglings in like an hour. My man, he's graduated to bigger and better things. I love Yingling, but like now he's just a sipper, and I love that.
Ooh, I did get some of that while I was gone too. The chocolate,
chocolate Yingling.
Oh, I got the chocolate Yingling, but it was like, listen, you know where I was at? I was right there. I was right by both of them. I was like, this is like a local collaboration.
Have you and I talked about on the podcast chocolate? I know you've had it, but have you and I talked about it?
I had it on the podcast. Yeah,
but I've had it. I've tried it. Did I even tell you I tried it?
No, you didn't tell me that you finally tried it.
When I was out with Parallax out in Philly, he gave me some of the chocolate Yingling.
Oh, you did tell me that.
Yes.
It's great, isn't it?
It tastes, if you've had a Hershey's bar. Okay, drink a sip of beer and then...
Say it. Go ahead and say it. Say it. Hope you're listening, Xbox girl. Hope you're listening. Go ahead and say it.
Drink a sip of beer, swallow it. Don't quite taste it yet. Just swallow it and then put chocolate in your mouth. And then swig it out with more beer. Hershey's chocolate. That's what the Hershey's Yingling tastes like. Specifically, I taste the wax. I taste the nasty wax flavor of Hershey's. It's weird, man.
I know it's literally the only chocolate beer that actually tastes like chocolate.
I agree.
You can tell they definitely collaborated with Hershey's on this because it tastes like specifically Hershey's chocolate. Well,
this wasn't a situation of like, oh,
they didn't just throw a name on it.
Exactly.
Yeah, they didn't just throw a name.
They worked with Hershey.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And I mean, Yingling is a what I forget that I don't know. It's in Pennsylvania. It's about
Pottsville.
Pottsville. Thank you, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. It's souther, not south.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's Hershey.
No,
they're not
it's
next.
right there. Man.
They're not next to each other.
But,
as my point is that they're not next to each other.
Right. I've passed the brewery. I've seen the brewery. I've never been there, but I've seen it.
I've been there. It's cool, man. It's the oldest brewery in the country. The oldest
I
brewery
know.
in
You
America.
can tell when you look at it, it's pretty damn old.
They don't use it like that anymore. Just for clarification, they don't actually use the brewery anymore. It's actually just a museum that you can go visit it like a museum. That's how they use it. But you can go in the caves where they used to store the man-made caves where they used to store the beer, because that's before refrigeration, friends.
Because we actually talked about this when I had the beer for my beer of the week.
Yes.
Okay.
I love where I come
Fantastic.
from. Philly pride.
Wonderful.
I mean, it's not really Philly. Pottsville's not Philly, but you know.
But I let Xbox go try the beer, and the face she made was just one of disgust.
It's not it's not a great beer. It tastes like,
but it does taste like chocolate.
It does. It's not.
She called me a liar. I said that the other night when I was streaming. She called me a liar. I'm like, I'm not a liar. You have messed up taste buds.
I don't get it, man. Does she not like Yingling? What's the problem here? She didn't
I don't think so. And not anything chocolate beer. That's not her thing.
Well, not me either. But anyway, we're going way too long on this.
Yeah. Beer of the week.
Beer of the week. All this. Okay, guys, the Drip and Geeb podcast is over. That was our podcast.
That was good.
No, okay. So, speaking of beer, just kidding. Speaking of gaming, which we weren't speaking of, Valve.
We weren't even talking about that.
Yeah, we're not. We are now. But this is a gaming. Did you know this is a gaming podcast?
Is it?
It's like a Nintendo gaming podcast.
Oh,
kind of weird. Because we're about to talk about some PC gaming stuff.
We're not even talking about. Yeah, doesn't matter. Let's go.
I know the Steam Deck from Valve. You guys know it. It's been in the news very recently. If you haven't heard, here's the word: they gave a release date.
Yes, the first units will be shipping out. What was it? February 25th.
February 25th, according to PC Mag.
Is exciting.
Or sorry, PC Gamer. I'm sorry, PCGamer.com. Excuse me.
You know what I'm more interested to see than I'm not going to get one yet. I will have one of these things. There's no question.
I was going to ask you, did you pre-order?
I did not. No, I didn't. I will have one. Okay. But what I'm most interested to see about this thing, because they sent it to some people, some big places got their hands on it. It was very, very closed. Like, you can do this, you can do that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They didn't have full reign with it. I'm very excited to see some of these guys who had them pre-ordered, who do YouTube, review things. I'm really, really excited to see what they have to say about this thing. Like, being able to do whatever they want to do with it, not having any restrictions from Valve or anybody telling them you can't do this, you can't do that. I want to see what this thing really can do. I'm very interested.
Yeah, I am too, man. The last time we talked about this thing, you and I were talking about the potential of it like being delayed because they were struggling designing the inside because of heat problems. Now, I'll be honest, I was a little playing that up a bit just for the sake of an argument. I don't actually think that, and especially now with this news, it's not getting delayed. Like, it's coming out pretty much on time here. Yeah. So that wasn't it. We were wrong.
What was the delay? Wrong. Like a month?
Barely. Who knows?
Okay, it wasn't even a big thing.
No, it's coming out really soon here. Yeah.
Are you gonna get one?
No.
No.
You can't see it. Why would I want? I don't want that. I have a Switch, man.
I know, but that Switch can't play. I don't know.
I don't need
Forza Horizon 5.
I don't need it to. I don't need it to.
I would love to be able to play Halo in bed. I guess I could.
Well, man, give it like 3 years when Xbox and Nintendo get in bed, and it will happen.
Maybe it might, but right now, this is the way to do it. There's other ways to do it, but this, I don't know. It seems cool. Like I said, I've said it a couple times. Every time I see this thing, the thing it's got on all the rest of the pocket gaming PC things is it's actually got like a user interface that's meant for a handheld. All these other ones you're running fucking Windows.
I would like to bring your attention back to the conversation we had a while ago talking about this product. and how my old PC, which is now over here on the side, unplugged, being very sad.
Yeah. I remember that. I remember.
My old PC, for those of you who don't remember, was a collaboration of Valve, Steam, and Alienware, and it was called the Steam Machine. If you guys remember that craze in the mid 2010s.
I don't know if I would go as far as to call it a craze.
Yeah, it didn't go very. It was a craze between Alienware and Steam. Nobody else actually caught on.
They loved it. Yeah, they loved it.
They loved it. Nobody else did. I bought one not because I was like, oh, that's great sounding. I want a console PC. No, I bought it because I was like, I'm gonna delete that software immediately and have a very decent Windows computer. That's grab it.
But that's fine to me. That's
big.
A whole different thing.
Look how big this. It's like a cable box cut in half. It's tiny.
Right.
This is what the stream used to run off of, guys. Right here. But my
I
point.
remember the first time you showed me that, I was like, "Good, God, man."
Here's my hand. Video audience.
Yeah.
So the point of why I'm bringing this up, this old PC, is that it was made by it was a collaboration with Alienware and Steam and Valve to make a product that could be used from a PC that could be used from your couch onto your TV, a couch or a TV PC. Very common, but the solution for the most part was people grabbing like wireless trackpads and stuff like that, to use it on your couch. This is like, we're going to integrate an OS made by Steam, a software company of sorts, to, we're going to put, it's running Windows, but we're going to throw on Steam OS on top of it and run it. And it didn't work. It was garbage.
Right.
It was
I
absolute
think
garbage.
This is probably not going to be like that, though.
How do you know?
Remember. Well, I mean, that's I want to see it. But that's what I think's the coolest thing about this is you don't boot it up and you get like the same thing I see on my computer here, because that's fine on a monitor. But when you're looking at, running Windows on a screen this big, that sucks. Trying to get down to it doesn't work right. It's clunky. It doesn't feel good. So that's what I'm saying. Having a specific UI just to have everything where it needs to be. Here's your games folder. This is it. And you know what I mean? It's going to work,
but it needs
so much better in a handheld form than it is running Windows like these other ones do. That's the thing I think is so cool about it.
It's still running Windows, right?
But not the Windows that you know what I mean.
I actually don't.
I don't boot it up and it doesn't look like this when I boot it up, like my computer screen. Those other ones look like this.
Are you sure it's not going to look like that when you boot it up?
I'm very sure. Yes, I'm very sure.
I'd be a little surprised because I thought they were still. I thought they're going to do this the same way they did the Steam machines. I really did.
This has its own user interface. It's made for this.
Well, that's
very sure about that.
That's okay.
I don't know. Now you're making me think I'm not sure, but that's
no. I think you're misunderstanding me a little bit. Yes, this thing had it. It's the same claims and the same idea was with this thing. It own OS. But when you turn it on, it's still Windows PC. It's still going to act like Windows. It's going to give you the normal Windows boot. It'll spin a little bit, but then it'll throw you into an OS, not Windows.
Okay, that's fine. That's what I want.
If the OS doesn't suck.
If it doesn't suck, yeah. I want to see what it is. But, I mean, again,
do we trust Valve, knowing what they did the last time, to not make it suck? I kind of don't.
Like we've come a long way since then. I mean,
what has Valve made in the meantime? What have they? How have they proven? This is this is what's going to prove them to be valid. I just don't think. I think there should be some skepticism.
This thing is hyped. This thing is hyped.
No, I agree. All I'm trying to say is there should be some skepticism.
No, you're right. There should be. And I mean, like I said, going back to the original thing I said, I can't wait to see it in somebody's hands who can do whatever they want with it and show whatever they want. That's what I'm very excited to see.
Yeah. I mean, let's go back to this scene real fast. Like this picture alone right here. I know audio is listening. I'm sorry, but like the OS, the way it looks on this machine, like it looks already an improvement. It looks like a handheld Windows, or sorry, a handheld, operating system, right? Like it looks like the big buttons. Like it was just so bad. The Steam Machine OS was so bad. I can already tell this OS probably is going to be better. How much better? I don't know. I hope it's a lot better, because I'm
interested to see it.
It needs to be at least twice as good.
Yeah.
But yeah. So no, you didn't. I did not pre-order one because, like I said, I just don't need it. Like I don't need. I want it. I am not the demographic they're going after. I don't need, especially with the new PC. I don't need to play games at high frame rates, especially like Steam games. I could do that with my old PC. I can do it with my new PC here too. And then when I play regular old games, I'll just, or Nintendo games for that matter, I'll grab my Switch.
I mean, that's the thing for me. I'm big on handheld, just really big on handheld, and I can't play all the games in handheld. And if I can boot up my xCloud on that or whatever, or just even download, the PC version of Game Pass and play stuff. That
is a definite benefit. That's because it's running
huge,
Windows.
Man.
It can do that. So that's really cool.
That's huge. Like I can play Forza. I can play Halo. I can play what the fuck ever, Jedi Fallen Order, whatever I want to do that I can't do on my Switch. It's for me, the handheld part is the biggest thing. You know what I mean? That's what I like about it. But I mean, whatever.
You essentially
cool.
You're going to replace your Switch with third-party titles with this thing, essentially.
That's what I'd like to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, let's be real. A lot of this shit just doesn't come to the Switch, and I still want to play handheld. So
yeah. I hope the performance is good. I hope that the performance is good enough to make you enjoy that experience, because you can do it, but just because you can do it doesn't mean it's going to be enjoyable.
And how long can you do it?
And how long
20
can you
minutes?
do it? Exactly. Battery life is it doesn't look ergonomic in the slightest when I look at it. People go, "Oh, that looks great." I don't think that's good. I don't think that looks ergonomic to me.
I can tell you this: it's not portable. That's for damn sure.
No,
that's not fitting in your backpack. I mean, it is.
No.
But my God,
it's like two Joy-Cons stacked next to each other per side, on top of the screen size.
It's big.
It's got you're gonna have stuff to hold on to. That's what's really nice about it. I just don't like where the buttons are placed or the sticks. Their sticks are not offset. They're PlayStation style on the top. And the D-pad and buttons are just right in line. Everything's a straight line. D-pad, stick, but 4 buttons. That's all in a straight line. Not like offset how like a Switch would be, Or any other controller for that matter. Even PlayStation is different because the PlayStation has the 2 sticks on the bottom, but then the D-pad and the buttons are on top of those. This is just a straight line.
Oh,
I don't know.
Either way,
I'm skeptical of this thing. These are all the reasons why. These are all the reasons why I'm not getting it.
We're gonna see. It's gonna be awesome.
We will. What's next on the docket?
Awesome. Pokemon comes out here in 3 hours. Is that right? 9.
Yeah,
3 hours.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
3 hours. I'm gonna be playing it.
I'm pumped, man. You're gonna be streaming. Yeah.
Listen. Hey, I'm gonna stream it. It's here in 3 hours. As soon as it comes out, we're streaming it. Actually, I talked to Tyson, Bomb TV.
Yeah.
I may start a little early. He's gonna come on, and we're gonna talk about what starter I should be picking.
Ooh, that's awesome.
Yeah, we're probably go on about maybe 11:40, 20 minutes, something like that early.
Relevant for the podcast because you're gonna hear this a few days later.
Yeah,
and
this is for live people.
Yeah, and if you're wondering, we are going to do a full episode on just Arceus with a special guest, which you could guess. Do we say it?
Yes, we have. Yeah,
it's already noted. But Goof, aka Bomb TV, aka Tyson, is coming on our podcast once again, talking about Pokemon once again on Monday. So you guys are gonna listen to us on Friday, the 28th. On Monday, whatever day that is that February? That's probably February, right?
Oh, yeah. No, I don't. Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah,
on that Monday, following the Friday the 28th, we're gonna do a podcast with Big Goof talking all about Pokemon Arceus, because we're all gonna have it in our hands for a few days, have time to play it for at least a little bit, and then give our thoughts about it, how it's gonna look. But that didn't stop other people who've already got their hands on it, sir.
Yeah. Well, the reviews dropped today. Today, right? Or was it yesterday?
Yes, today. Or yesterday and today. Nintendo Life was yesterday.
Yeah. Okay, so yesterday was the review embargo was up.
Yeah.
People can start putting out their reviews. Most of them surprisingly are extremely positive.
Yes, like 9 out of 10.
I know there's been some earlier ones, some people who've seen the game, whatever, that maybe shouldn't have, or saying it's amazing, it's good, it's really great. But those were like Pokemon people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like that's fine, but you're like Pokemon people. These are just regular people. Like, no, this is like the best Pokemon game there's been.
That's actually good news, though. If you think about it, that's actually really good news, and let me tell you why.
It's great.
Well, but for Pokemon fans that love this, it's good news.
Yeah.
Specifically, because you and I we would not consider ourselves Pokemon game fans, especially.
No, I mean, I love, you know me.
Yeah.
I love a good fire lizard. or a baby Ninja Turtle,
Yeah.
or any of the other Pokemon. Really, I love them all, but I'm just not that big of a fan.
Yeah. So,
A
but
Build-A-Bear,
yeah, it's good
whatever.
news for them because it's such a different Pokemon game. They're finally breaking their mold of what Pokemon games can be, and the fact that the hardcore fans like it already, that's good news. That's good news for us.
It's great.
Or it could be really bad news for people like us because maybe it's not enough.
I don't think so. Honestly, I don't think so. I think looking at what this is, and I mean, I'm not going to talk about any of it, but I know some of the leaks. Tyson and I have gone over some of the leaks, late night conversation. This is very interesting stuff, man. It's the way that they've set this up, and this is not a spoiler of any kind whatsoever, but the way that they've set this whole thing up, it's going to be literally, there's something here for everybody.
Yeah.
Anytime, any person who's ever played a Pokemon game and liked a thing about it, this is going to have that and more. And it's got the way that they've built the battle system and the way that they're doing all this. It's just, it's anybody can enjoy this. It's not too much. It's not too little. You know what I mean? It's not too much for the people who aren't really into it, but it's not so easy and so backed off that it's like the people who are hardcore into it, don't even want to play it because it's like, let's go. You know what I mean?
Right.
It seems like they've struck a balance from what I have seen, heard. It seems like this is it, man. Like they've done it, especially with the battle mechanics and stuff. But I mean, I'm really, really excited to play it. One thing that's not great, and I think I just don't care anymore about it when it comes to Pokemon and Game Freak. I just don't care. The graphics aren't fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't know. They say I saw some reviews that said the draw distance is kind of weak in some places, but they say the frame rate's solid.
I heard I heard Nintendo Live, they're usually pretty generous about the way it looks in their reviews. Like the frame rate, they're not, but like the way it looks, they're usually really generous about that. But they said there were frame rate issues in Nintendo Live's review. They said
really
more than they like. Yeah.
See, I heard that it's solid. I heard it was steady.
This is why you don't just listen to one source. You go to many sources, right? So I mean,
we got two different ones right there.
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean, I saw a 5 out of 10 too. That was, I didn't know who did that.
They're probably wrong.
Italy, IGN Italy or something like that.
The Italians don't like a Pokemon. They like a Digimon.
It's you.
We like a Digimon. Digimon, digital monsters. We are Italians.
Okay. Either way, there's not that many bad reviews, so that's very interesting.
Good.
I'm really excited.
That's good. That's a good thing. That means we're gonna enjoy the game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because I mean, I can't remember. Was Sword and Shield reviewed pretty good, or was it not?
If I was reviewing it, I would have reviewed it very poorly.
I didn't. I mean, I don't do a lot of reviews, but I didn't review it high. I mean, I don't give scores when I do reviews. But I wasn't like,
sorry. Every time I look at that game, Bagu was playing it the other night, I can't get over how bad those graphics are. I just can't.
I mean,
I just can't. They're so bad. It's so bad. It looks like a 3DS port. Looks like a 3DS port, and they brought the screens over from the 3DS. It's so bad.
Yeah, I don't know. It's got some issues in the visual department, that's for sure. But I mean, that's the thing though. You talk to Tyson, and he'll tell you it's the best Pokemon experience you can have right now. It's the best one.
Yeah, but like graphically, it's awful.
Right, but Pokemon fans don't give a fuck about that.
I
do. Never have.
I'm not a Pokemon fan.
Exactly. I mean, you got to remember.
I enjoy the
games.
games.
They've been playing on Game Boys. They've been playing on 3DS. I mean, I don't know. It's fine. I'm excited to play it tonight. I'm looking forward to starting it.
Yeah, just to be clear though, like looking at Arceus from the review footage that doesn't spoil anything, like the game looks to my eyes looks good.
I don't think it looks terrible.
I think it looks good.
Here, I'll give you the honest truth about it. I haven't really stopped to like pixel peep on this yet. You know what I mean? I haven't been like, let me see this. Let me see what's going on here. Because I'm like, I know what's happened. I'm not going to get excited about any of this. So I haven't really looked. I hear people talking about it and I assume that it's probably not going to look that great. And I've already prepared myself for that.
Yeah.
Like I plan on doing a video on this. I don't know. Hopefully Monday, maybe Sunday. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know. But I'm gonna put a video out on this. I'm gonna do a first impressions thing like I did for Metroid. And I already had planned to leave that out of it. Like I'm not even gonna talk about it that much. I mean, mention it, but
Arceus, you mean?
yeah,
And
I
you're
already
gonna
know
okay.
I already know that the graphics, they're not gonna be great. I know that already. And I'm okay with that. I'm more interested in the gameplay itself. And that is the thing that we talked about the other night that I thought was very interesting. A lot of people keep saying like, "Oh, this is the Breath of the Wild Pokemon game." Like, "Oh, it's going to be like Breath of the Wild. It's going to be open world. It's going to be this. It's going to be that." This is not that game. It's not. A better way to say this is Pokemon's Breath of the Wild moment. This is not to compare games, but this is where
Okay.
Pokemon steps out of that shell and moves into this brand new thing we've never seen with familiar things from the game.
Yeah.
But this is the step, not really forward, like to the side and then forward. Like they're not just on the path anymore. This is different. This is completely different. It's not going to be the same as Breath of the Wild. It's going to be an updated type of game with more of an open area, open feel.
Yep.
But I mean, they've already said it's not full open world.
They
The
did.
places are locked, which is fine. It doesn't have to, not every fucking game has to be open world. Like it's
I
totally
agree.
fine. I mean, Monster Hunter's not open world, but man, I love that game.
It's all about getting your expectations. We talked about this when we talked about this game previously. Like keep your expectations in line. As long as you do that, I think I do that all the time. I think I'm gonna love this game. I think the graphics are gonna be sneaky good. So I think they're gonna surprise us. Now the frame rates might be an issue. I believe Nintendo Life there because usually if they're seeing frame rates and someone else isn't, that just means the other people aren't hyper aware of frame rates. And if you're one of those people, then you're not gonna care too much. I am.
I'll know soon.
Yeah, I am one of those people. I care about frame rates, but I don't think I care that much because it seems like it still looks good enough. Kind of like Breath of the Wild, right? Breath of the Wild is very frame rate ish. There's issues with it.
In certain
In certain areas. That's the same. It sounds like that. Like when you're doing certain things, going to certain places, that's what Nintendo Life kind of said that's where the frame. Otherwise, it's solid. But when you do certain things, it gets a little intense. So
yes, Tyson sums it up here pretty good. Legends Arceus is revolutionary for Pokemon in the same way that Breath of the Wild was revolutionary for Zelda.
This is
Just
keep
to
your mouth.
To put a bow on it.
Keep your mouth shut, Tyson. You're going to come on this podcast. You got to say that again with your mouth.
Well, I mean, and him and I talked about that the other night, and that's kind of where we ended up with the entire conversation. It was just like, it's people who are expecting this to be some crazy, never-ending open world are going to be disappointed because that's not what it is. Clearly,
yeah. Keep your expectations in line.
Expectations.
You're gonna love this
exactly.
You're gonna love this game.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. So my phone screen turned off right at the right time when I was gonna segue. That's great. And speaking of phone screens turning off, you had a conversation with a certain someone.
I did. So I streamed Halo the other night, and our good friend Julian came on. And
Julian, new friend, best friend.
He played new BFFs, BFFs.
Not that you're not my best friend. I should have said best friend. Now I set bars on a relationship. That's too high.
Oh, you fucked that up.
I should just shut up.
All that
I'm gonna shut up now. I'm just gonna shut up.
All right. So we had a conversation afterwards about. I mean, we went into a lot of stuff, but we kind of got into the whole idea of what he does on his channel. And really, honestly, what I used to do on mine, because I don't do it anymore. I'm a lazy bum. You're a lazy bum. I've built this down here, and I've got 2 cameras right here, and a light and a backlight. And sometimes I pull this one out when I need to do B-roll. But I'm a bum, dude. I am lazy. I've been honestly, I apologize because I've been mailing these videos home. Just like he said this the other night, and I'd already been thinking about it because I see what he's doing right now, and it lights a fire under you, man. It makes you want to do better because I see him doing it, and you know what? The thing that really he said something that was just like, oh, I got the idea, and I may be paraphrasing a little bit, but he was talking about the ideas he had from seeing a guy do a video. What was it? I don't know. The video was he was talking about me going and doing a bunch of cool shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that sucks because I don't even do that. And that's just like, damn. Like, it just makes it like, it's like, dude, you were doing like what you wanted to do. And I'll tell you what the problem is. And this is why I'm going to change this. I look around gaming, and I want to be very clear here. I'm not talking shit on anybody. I'm not talking shit on anybody and the way that they build their content because it works in this space. But the whole reason I didn't start, and I told him this the other night, the whole reason I didn't start doing YouTube in the photography and videography, dome was because what I wanted to do was already being done there. It was already being done there. I wanted to do it in a place that wasn't being done. That's why whenever it was one or the other, it was gaming. And I was gonna kind of build up to it. I did it a little bit. My second video, I went to Pittsburgh. I wasn't even in a place. I just went to Pittsburgh, walked around different places, sat the camera down, talked. I mean, and that's what I want to do. And it doesn't even have to be in Pittsburgh. You know what I mean? I don't
Yeah.
have to go anywhere.
Right.
Like he also said another thing the other night that I made me think again. Like, dude, you're lazy. He's like, well, I have to do it around my house. Like, got the kid there and stuff. It's like, I'm just moving around the house, doing whatever. If I got to go do this or that, if I can take the camera, I'll take it, whatever. If not, it's whatever. Just like, I'm not talking shit on anybody else's content, but that's the standard in this industry for content. Talking head, B-roll, and it's fine. Like, it's fine. It works. Most people don't mind that at all. That's kind of why I got so comfortable doing that, is because I really honestly knew I didn't have to do anything more than that. I could do that. And like he said, 4 hours, you can do a video. That one today, filmed all that today. I had it up in 2 hours. Not even that, I don't think.
Yeah. With lots of,
And
I want to, because you're used to this, right? I just want to, for those of us, especially us aspiring content creators, that's not going to take us normal people 4 hours. 2 hours.
Right.
It's going to take us a lot longer. The point you're trying to make is that you've gone beyond mastered the process. You are stuck in the process is kind of the vibe I'm getting here. You have mastered it so hard and you're just kind of pumping it out.
Well, and that, again, another thing Julian said the other night, is not being challenged whatsoever. It's literally just,
it's too easy.
Do it, put it out. You got an idea? Cool. Do it, put it out.
Yeah,
I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to do that anymore.
That's good life advice, and not just for content creators. That's life advice right there. You get life. You listen to Drip and Geeb Podcast, you get gaming news. You get banter by two old friends who've known each other for a lot of days, and you get
literally hundreds of days,
and you get life advice, and that's good life advice, man.
It honestly, I'm not serious. Like, listen to him talk about it the other night, man. I like, damn, man. Like, I'm lazy. But here's the thing. He said one thing that changed everything for me the other night. Changed my complete outlook on this. And do you remember what I just said earlier about how, the whole like, and I'm going to use these terms loosely, like vlogging and, just the different style of content. Like, you kind of call it like lifestyle content, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's in everything except gaming. But that's what he said the other night. He said lifestyle gamer. And I've heard him say it before, but it never really clicked with me what the fuck he's talking about until he said it after we had that conversation. It was that moment when I was like, this makes so much more fucking sense to me. Like, all of this makes so much sense now. And I'm almost like, literally was almost sick to my stomach thinking about it. Like, good God. Like, I was on the path to do it and then just abandon it. I mean, it's not being done, but and Tyson and I talked about it afterwards too, because I got on, he was at work and we were just, hanging out talking while he was at work.
Yep.
And talked about it too. And it's like, all of us that are, he's starting his YouTube. We're all kind of, doing this group thing, trying to get, friends together to help each other and all this stuff. But we all have we all have the same idea about this stuff. We all do. We all want roughly the same thing. We have the same ideas. This is not something it's not a thing. The lifestyle gamer, it's not a thing. We can be that thing. It's never been done. It's never been done. When he said that to me the other night, I was just completely blown away.
Yeah.
I lost my mind over it, and I've been obsessing over it for days at this point.
Man. As you're talking about this, I'm thinking, right? I've been an aspiring YouTuber for 15 years since YouTube has been out. I've wanted to be a YouTuber. I started making YouTube videos around the same time as someone you probably know by name, MKBHD.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He started.
He was brought up the other night too.
Him and I were. We started our YouTube journeys about the same exact time, right? The same year, same time.
I've heard this story.
And for those of you who haven't, I'll tell it again.
Please do.
We started our YouTube journeys around the same time. We're 1 year apart. He's 1 year older than me. Both awkward young kids with bad phone cameras from the late 2000s. Making bad tech content. That was me. The same as him. You go back, watch his videos, mine were just as bad or just as good, depending on the way you want to look at it. I have some videos that are delisted that none of you will ever see. They exist. They're still on YouTube. Search them. If you find them, I'll be impressed. But the point I'm trying to make here is that, and there's 2 points. There's a second point I want to get to after what I'm going to say. The first point I'm trying to make here is that the difference is he kept going, right? He kept going. I didn't. I stopped. I got to a point where I actually got a couple companies reached out to me. Supcase, I think is what their name was. I'm not sure. Case Crown.
Case Crown.
iPhone 4 days. Go back.
God.
Go back.
Woo!
iPhone 4 days. I was reviewing a Case Crown case. It was the kind of case.
iPhone 4.
It was the kind of case that had the bottom that got removed so you could dock your phone. In those old iPhone docks.
Yep. Okay. Yep.
I was reviewing one of those, and they reached out to me. They liked my review as a child. That's weird, but they liked my review. They wanted to work with me, and I just kind of I never talked to them again. I got nervous, and I stopped everything at that point. It was really weird. I was on the fucking path, dude. That was the path, and I'm sure the difference is MKBHD actually reached out to these companies and actually fucking did it.
Yeah,
and now he's a millionaire.
Well, and that's the thing. I've told you this. I tell everybody
it's not about money. It's not about money. But
I know. But I tell everybody this stuff. You have to get fucking quit out of your mind. It doesn't exist. It does not exist. It's not an option ever. It's just like this week was fucking hard. But guess what? I still have to figure out what I'm making a YouTube video and put it out there, no matter what, all the time. I'm not stopping. I don't quit ever. You have to have that mindset because, I mean, as good as things are starting to roll for my YouTube channel right now, dude, it was nothing in the beginning. I mean, I was struggling. I was fighting for 600, man.
Yeah.
I remember I had a big push. Like, we're going to get 600. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. Can't wait. But I didn't care then. Like, I didn't care when I had 5 subs. I didn't give a fuck. I don't care. I'm going. I know what I need to do. I know what I'm going to do. And I will not stop. That's literally the mentality you have to have with this stuff because it fucking sucks sometimes, dude.
Yeah.
It sucks. It's really hard.
Yeah. But okay, so that what I just said didn't really feed off what you were saying, but what I'm going to say now does what you were just saying a second ago. So, MKBHD again, that's why I brought him up in the first place.
Yep.
He makes content. There's lots of different tech YouTubers, right? I've some on the top of my head, like Austin Evans.
Yeah.
We'll just use those two for example. There's a lot more. Your average consumer. Your average consumer is another one. Those are just 3 examples of many. They kind of banded together. If I don't know if you really know, I'm not sure how far into the tech YouTube circle you are, but
I'm not.
I've been following their channels since they were tiny. Like I love these guys. Now they're have millions of subscribers. They kind of banded together.
You mean kind of like a team?
Yes, they call themselves
like the Avengers.
I was getting
the
there.
Justice League or something like that.
I was getting there. They banded together and they created their team called Team Crispy.
That's way cooler. We should.
And also, side note, but related, MKBHD, because also this relates to what you're talking about. He kind of reinvented the tech space in a way. Really did. Like Team Crispy is the name comes from crispy content, as in like really nice looking shit. Like photography is a focus and videography is a focus to the tech content because you're
Well, that's like Peter McKinnon and all those guys.
Yeah.
Dope Squad. That's like their little crew.
There you go. And they
we need a new name. We need a new name.
Ours is better. They banded together and they made some. They're working. They don't necessarily work as close as we're trying to work, but we're all small. I am non-existent. You're small, and then there's so many levels above you. Even like it's so. But we're all trying for the same goal here. We're working together, and
exactly.
We're just doing it really early, and I think it's gonna work, man. I like it. You guys are trying to do what MKBHD and those people did to the tech space. We're trying to do to the YouTube and Twitch space, I guess you can also kind of say too.
The gaming
space.
That's what it is.
I love this. I love this idea.
It's all over YouTube. It's just not in gaming.
JD and I talked multiple times about this. We have similar inspirations. Like he loves Casey as well.
Yeah.
I love Casey, man, too. Casey Neistat, YouTube vlogger.
Who doesn't?
Exactly.
I showed Xbox Girl him this past weekend. She's like, I never heard. I was like, oh my god. He changed the fucking face of vlogging.
Now, it wasn't even my. This is not even close. This is probably JD's idea to do this. You kind of had the idea implanted in your mind a while ago, but like to add the lifestyle part to gaming.
Well, I've always said that.
It wasn't my idea, but I'm totally on board with this. Like I think I want to do that for my content too. I'm all about it. I'm not ready to make those kinds of videos yet. My videos are probably going to start out being more traditional, but I want to do that. I'm aspiring to be that way as well. And you guys are not aspiring. You're just about to do it. That's really exciting because you guys have the resources and you guys can just do it.
I'm telling you right now, today's video, that was the last fucking one.
I'm excited, man.
Last
I really am.
When I said I'm leaving, I'm not leaving. But me, I'll be here. Like, I'm not going anywhere from this space. This is going to happen. But I'll be over there, too. And I'll be up there. And I may be 10 miles from here doing something. Like, I'm done relying on this. And we talked about this, too. And Julian took a ton of shit out of that room that he normally he does all his content in. He just took a bunch of stuff out, so he has no option. He has to leave. It's not even in there anymore.
Hilarious, man.
Forced himself to do it. Now I can't do that because everything that's in here is necessary for streaming. So it's all got to stay here. But what I have to do is pick this camera up right here, take it off the tripod, pop a battery in there, and go.
Yeah, man.
It's happening.
JD said earlier in the chat, we will be the change and the new standard for the gaming space.
I want to be.
You will. You got to talk in absolutes, man. Absolutes. You will be.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like he lit a fire under my ass, dude. I'm telling you. What he said the other night, I thought about it. I've been thinking about it for 2 days. Like, dude, like you've lost your way. You have lost your way, Christopher. You've lost your way. It's time to get back on the path.
Did you tell JD that you and I talked about this a long time ago?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't told him that, but yeah. Whenever I used to talk about this all the time. Like, I don't want to sit here and do this. I don't want to do that. But I got comfortable, and then I started doing it down there at the studio. Got comfortable again there. Got back here. Started going out again when I got back here. Then got comfortable again. I can't do that. And that's the thing. I've made it like such a thing where I have to like go out.
Yes.
I don't have to go out. I have a whole fucking house. Like, this whole room is cool. Like, I can shoot from over there. I can shoot from, over at this desk. Whatever. Move around. I'll sit here for a minute. We'll go over there and we'll talk. We'll go upstairs and talk.
I can't wait for that, man. That's what I want you to make. I've wanted you to make that. I'm really glad that you now want to make that.
I've always wanted to. I mean, honestly, I'm going to tell you right now. Sorry.
You have the willpower. You have you see the light.
I've been lazy. And I apologize. That's where I'm at right now. I can do better. I know I can do better. I mean, Geeb, I can do better. I've been telling you for how long that you are the best YouTuber on in this space. Just you have not. Man. I've been telling you are, but your content hasn't shown that. No.
And so, you're about to do it, and I'm excited. You're about to pass everybody.
Bomb TV says, "Touch grass."
You got anything else?
No, that's it.
We do have the after show, but again, guys, with a little more production value this week. and going forward, we're just going to go ahead and say goodbye. Stream, stay here. Patrons, you're about to get the after show. Stick around. For everybody else, we're going to say sayonara and see you guys next week.
Bye-bye.